Hello, everyone, wherever you are, and welcome to this session of the Tesol Italy 47 Conventions. We have two special guests. I'm really pleased to introduce them, Elena Ilienko and Marina Tselska of our we could say Tesol affiliate, because they are Tesol Ukraine President and Tesol Ukraine Vice President. I can read some info about them. Elena Ilienko, PhD in Philology, Doctor of Science in Pedagogy, Head of the Department of Foreign Languages of Beketon National University of Urban Economy in Kharkiv, Ukraine. Tesol Ukraine member since the time of its foundation in 1995, and in 2019 was elected as a president of this association. Marina Tselska has a PhD in Philology, Associate Professor of the English Language and Methodology Department, I hope the pronunciation is correct, State Pedagogical University. She's an author of numerous articles and textbooks. She's a Tesol Ukraine Vice President. The title of her session is Tesol Ukraine in ELT Professional Development in Times of War. Suana will moderate and will help me and special guests in this session. So, Elena and Marina, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Maria Grazia. Hello, everyone. Hello, every participant. Thank you for joining our session. And first of all, I would like to express my gratitude to our partners, Tesol Italy, the President, Maria Grazia Maglione. Am I right in pronouncing? The Vice Presidents and all people involved in preparation for the 47th Tesol Ukraine Convention of 2022, for giving us the opportunity to address you today, to make our presentation, to visit the webinars of our colleagues at the convention, and get to know each other better. Thank you.
And I also want to express my gratitude. Thank you, colleagues. And I feel that now it's time to start our presentation. Today here, we will be talking about Tesol Ukraine in ELT professional development in times of war. And we'll tell you about some bits about our association. Then you'll discover our philosophy of running a teacher association, and we'll describe what events we had in time of peace and how our life has changed after the start of Russian aggression. So, Lena, please.
Thank you. A few words about Tesol Ukraine as a professional association. As you can see, the association was founded in 1995, and now it embraces 650 members. English language teachers all around the country are members of our association, including secondary school and college teachers, as well as university educators, private school teachers, and so on. The mission of the association is to introduce international standards in the sphere of teaching and learning English. To promote new ideas and new methods of teaching English, to provide teacher training, to develop professional networking of English language teachers of Ukraine with international partners. So as you can see, an important element of mission of the association is developing the system of teacher training network with professionals in Ukraine and worldwide, and promote new ideas and methods of teaching English. Since its foundation in 1995, we have systematically carried out professional development of EFL teachers in the form of winter and summer institutes and a number of other events. So, in the time of peace, our main activities were annual Tesol Ukraine Convention, teacher development institutes, trainings, webinars, seminars, workshops. We also had a forum for young researchers organized for university students, our future colleagues, English language teachers. And we also had joint events with ELT organizations. So nowadays we can account for more than 50 teacher development institutes, trainings, series of webinars and seminars and other events. And I believe the figure indicates that association has some experience in this type of activities. So as for our teacher training, the partners, slide 5, please, Marina. One of the, an important area of our activity is maintaining partnerships with Tesol Ukraine Hawaii. So the first agreement, partnership agreement, was signed by both parts in the year 2002 at the convention or in Salt Lake City. And from that time, we have been closely cooperating with Tesol Hawaii Association, and the outcomes are regular newsletter article contributions and news and Tesol Ukraine members' profiles, which are published in almost every newsletter of Tesol Hawaii. You can see an example of such professional profile. So we participate in conventions and trainings, and the partners from Hawaii participate in our trainings and conventions. And I'd like to highlight the series of webinars in solidarity with Tesol Ukraine teachers, which Hawaii Tesol held in spring this year when the war starts. So they supported the teachers of Ukraine and held this series of webinars. So now I'd like to tell some words. The next, please, Marina. Some words about the new system, the previous, about the new system of continuing professional development in Ukraine. So since the year 2018, due to the introduction of international standards in the sphere of teaching English, a new system of continuing professional development of teachers was introduced in Ukraine, which involves completing one professional training, 1 credit, 30 hours each year. We believe, as members of professional association, we believe that it is a positive change, and among the positive aspects of this new system, we see the following things. So this new system allows English language teachers to be at the cutting edge of modern research and methodology development. It allows to have a more nuanced understanding of the area studied. Sometimes teachers need to get acquainted with new fields of English language teaching. It brings an opportunity to be trained by highly qualified professionals, real experts in the field, including international professors and international guests from professional associations all over the world. And it allows every teacher to work at an individual pace. So in such system, the teacher himself or herself more often is responsible for the topic to choose. So we can say that it is a trainee-centered approach, not a ministry-centered approach. The system is rather autonomous, so a teacher can choose training for themselves, teachers can choose for themselves, and it is external. So the teachers can take part in international presentations as well as the national ones. The next, please. I'd like to show you the list of the teacher training institutes held by Tesol Ukraine according to this new system of continuing professional development of English language teachers. As you understand, the association Tesol Ukraine joined this system, and in the year 2019, we had the first training. It was a series of seminars for cross curriculum lines of new Ukrainian school, which used to be, and now it is rather urgent topic for English language teachers of secondary schools. Then the next year, 2020, we had media literacy training. In 2021, we had EMI training, which was very popular with the university educators. English as a medium of instruction, as more and more universities now introduce training in English for their students. And in the year 2022, we had a training program teaching Generation Z and Alpha, and this training program was not completed in the year 2000, in February of the year 2002, as the war with Russian aggressors started, and it was completed only in April 2004. So Marina will tell you about the philosophy of our training program.
Okay, yes, thank you. So you see that all these events, lots of events that we have, they are mainly developed by Ukrainian professionals for Ukrainian professionals. Like we try to be on the cutting edge of what our Ukrainian colleagues need. And we try to follow their needs and we try to help them develop. So that is how our association works. And I want to tell you about the philosophy of the organization and how we manage to unite so many professionals and why these professionals stay here with Tesol Ukraine for many years. Just a bit of theory, and the theory tells us that people join associations mainly for the sense of community. And we try to provide the sense of community through membership, through the influence that we make on the members and members make on their peers, through the integration and fulfillment of Ukrainian teachers' needs. And it is very important. We try to provide the emotional connection. Because if we think about different events, each event has its peculiar aim. For example, small events for 15, 20 people that usually aim on sharing experiences. Bigger events may be aimed at networking and learning about people. But the biggest events, like the conventions, they usually concentrate on the emotional part of being a member of any association. So any event that has a bigger scale is usually about the emotions. And you can probably guess, and you have the same experience, that that's what we miss now after COVID and with war. So we miss this emotional connection. And later we'll show how this emotional connection helps us to unite Ukrainian professionals in these dark times. So once again, membership, influence, and shared emotional connection. We believe that people come to the association for knowledge, for networking, and for the emotions. And we have developed, with Lena, we have developed the pyramid of needs of our members. And this pyramid, it replicates the pyramid of human needs by Maslow. And you see that when Ukrainian teachers of English join the association, there are usually several levels which they are at. And like the lowest level is the level of security. It is the level for all people who join the association. And mostly they may be both novice teachers and experienced teachers. But if they are at this level, they join the association for the professional development that Lena has talked about, for participating in the events, and for having this friendly community of like-minded people. The biggest number of people join association for this. They attend trainings, they participate in the events, and their professional development goes together with the development of the organization. And very quickly, or in many cases, people go to the next level. They upgrade to the level of involvement and belonging. And at this stage, people become a part of our community because they feel the sense of belonging. And at this stage, from the very beginning, we give all teachers a chance to share their experiences. Even if you start with asking questions in discussions, in networking during the breaks, in writing articles for Tesol Ukraine newsletter, in giving feedbacks, it's already the level of involvement because you start feeling that you help the organization to become better. And this level, these two levels of involvement and belonging, they are about safety mindset, about the mindset of being safe. However, we try to develop the growth level, or we try to bring our members to the growth level, and we try to develop this growth mindset in them. And following the Maslow pyramid, we see that next level is the self-esteem level. It's when people already are or want to participate in national conventions, to write articles. So when they want their experience to be more pronounced and when they want to share it. And our aim as the organization, is to help them go to the next level, because their experience can be shared at so many events. And when people get to the level of self-actualization, they become trainers, they provide workshops, and they participate in Tesol International, and they are involved in working with Tesol Ukraine partners. So that is how we have many people, but out of 650, for example, we have 60 people who are involved in active training activities. We also have around like half of them regularly has their own trainings in other, so the bigger part of people participates in the trainings, and we also have the system of dissemination. So when you come, you listen to a training, and then you are asked to have the same training among your peers at your school or in your region, and that is how people grow to the level of self-actualization. So that was our life before the war, and that was our philosophy, which was a bit frustrated by COVID, but still we managed to have the events, and unfortunately our lives changed since the 24th of February. Lena, please.
Yeah, thank you. So on the 24th of February, our life has changed. The peaceful life of Ukraine was dramatically stopped by Russian aggression. More than 300 educational establishments, schools and university buildings have been ruined. 2/3 of the children in Ukraine had to flee to the western part of Ukraine and abroad. In these conditions, the teachers restored classes in at schools and universities online. It goes without saying that at that time, many teachers were scared, exhausted, and they experienced psychological instability. But at the same time, they had to calm down their children. support their students, and very often even the members of their families explaining the things and fighting the fake news. And we had to be very flexible with our methods of teaching, with our extra classes activities. Tesol Ukraine members continued to teach, translate, volunteer, and take an active part in the information war. So if you look at the map, you can see that you can see the ways the refugees have fled inside and outside Ukraine. More than 5 million women, children, elderly people were forced to leave their homes and move to other cities and settlements. So this number represents now 12% of the total population in the country. And according to statistics, it is the largest immigration to Europe since the times of the Second World War. So what is the situation at the educational establishments in Ukraine? On this slide, you can see the story of Tesol Ukraine member Olga Zelinska, who is associate professor at Yaroslav Mudry National Law University in Kharkiv. It is at the front line. It was used to be situated at the front line, and now the front is a bit farther. Thanks God. You can see the pictures of the students sleeping in the basement before evacuation. And if you look at the pictures by Olga, you can have an idea of how our home offices look like now in the time of continuous air alarms and blackouts.
Okay, and of course, the activities of Tesol Ukraine have greatly changed. And here we want to thank again Tesol Italy, who were among the number of associations who very quickly offered their help to us. And, you know, many people offered money, but we really didn't need money that much. What we needed was the support. And as you remember, that the support is an emotional thing. And we decided to start the series of joint webinars, which were really successful. And Maria Grazia can say that Ukrainian participants, Ukrainian teachers, we didn't want to finish the webinars. They were so excited to see each other, and they were so excited to be in this routine environment, in the environment which was a part of the peaceful life that up to now, we believe psychologically it was a really, really great thing to do. Like when we didn't know what to do and how to support our members, this new learning, this sharing of experience, like it appeared to be the best way here. Yeah. So, and if we go back to the slide of involvement and belonging, so yeah.
Marina,
Aha,
I can
you
understand.
know, yeah.
Yeah, very well.
Yeah, just a second. Yeah. So if we go back to the slide, we'll see that people just needed to feel that they are not let alone, that they are not just by themselves.
Mhm. Yeah, this is the spirit of being a member of a community. And that's why there was this, I think, great solidarity towards your community, because ELT community is a great community. It doesn't mean if I'm Italian that I cannot, be part also of your community. And so, and honestly, we are really, how can I say, we think that you are so great in facing what's going on. Okay, so you didn't complain, you immediately start working and supporting your teachers. I think that you did the most to help them. You have to be really, really satisfied of what you did. And the aim, I think, of this session is also to see how, as association, as ELT members, we can go on supporting you. I mean, but that is also support for our communities, because, for example, there are still a lot of Ukrainian students in Europe and in other parts of the world that needed to be helped. So, all our admiration, how can I say, and solidarity.
Thank you so much. Yesterday we rehearsed with Lena and we went through all slides, but unfortunately we didn't rehearse on how not to cry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So now, we had lots of events, and some events they didn't, they were even completed, like the famous training on how to teach post-millennials. Like our web chart, our chat shows all the difficulties of happened to the training participants, and we even were able to support the displaced people with speaking clubs, and those were like the times when we still believed that the war can end rather quickly. But in autumn 2002, like where we now, the mood changes, and with this mood change, we see that probably the war will be longer. And we thought of having no trainings, but then our partners like Sally Lalorzener from Tesol, Hawaii, she offered her help, and with Sally now, we have the training called Fundamentals of ELT. And you know what, we thought of this training as a training for newcomers, for novice teachers. And when we looked at the list of the participants, who do you think the participants were? They were the experienced teachers and Tesol Ukraine members who participated in so many trainings that with Sally we said, wow, we don't have anything to offer you. And we had to change the mode of the training, because now we have it as sharing of experience, as providing you ideas from each of the participants, not from the trainers. And we made our website for this course, and there you can even read the thoughts of the experienced teachers on teaching this or that kind of activity. So, in conclusion, Lena, please.
You can see that Tesol Ukraine has been supporting its members in the days of war. We have provided series of webinars with our partners from Tesol Italy, Tesol Hawaii, Moldova partners, and their regional English language office of the U.S. Embassy of Ukraine also helped us organize some seminars with guest professors for Tesol Ukraine members. We had online trainings and joint events with our partners. So now when we ask people, the majority of teachers admit that they participate all the activities which we provide, not only for getting some new information, new methods, and even getting certificates which they can demonstrate at their universities, but also the main reason for them is to experience this sense of the community which we put into the as the main element of our philosophy of running professional development of our members. And this sense of community helps them to go through the dark times of the war we are experiencing now. Thank you for your attention. We will be happy to answer your questions. If you have any questions to us, or we will be happy to hear your recommendations, your points of view, which will help us to improve our activities. Thank you.
We don't have any questions, but we have lots and lots of solidarity being offered to you in the chat. Masses.
This is amazing. Yeah, and it's so great to feel the support, you know, like I even can't tell you how much you have done for us. It seems so simple, yeah, but it really means a lot. And yeah, so if you ask us what else you can do for us, just keep in touch and be as supportive as you are, because we know the sense of community is built not inside Tesol Ukraine. It is built now inside the world Tesol. So, and the feeling that we belong to this wider community, like we usually had it, but it was distant. It was not so obvious. And this feeling that people all over the world support us, it helps a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Marina. I just want to add something that in my opinion, but not only in my opinion, because I also had the opportunity to share these ideas with other affiliates. You are an example also of advocacy. I mean, how to plead for a cause, you know, and I think that this is a very important value for an association. And in these particular circumstances, this is much more important. Okay, and for example, I also really liked your pyramid, I mean, and how you involve. So I think that, you know, it's not only for what you are living now, but also what you said about how your association is organized can be a very good example for other association, and we can learn, you know, it's a mutual a sharing of ideas, best practices. So it's not only because now you're living a particular moment, but it's, you know, a real exchange. It's now it's the first time of your participation, but since April, we could say our collaboration has become, I mean, more and more fruitful. And I really hope, so this word is overused these days, I really hope that can go on, of course, and that the situation can really improve in short. However, even at national level, and I mean also political level, you know that most of the international community is trying to think of strategies, to think of plans to help support your people and your community.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you. I'd like to thank all teachers of Italy who adopted our children, students, school students. Thank you for training them and giving support.
That's it. Yeah.
So maybe you want to,
Yes.
we may, yeah.
On
Thank you.
behalf of Tesol Italy, I'd love to thank both ladies for their absolutely amazing presentation, and all of you participants for being with them as well. The next session will take place at the session times depending on your program, and certificates of attendance will be available to download from the website at the end of the conference.
So
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, and as we say in Ukraine, have a peaceful day. Yeah. So
Thank you.
And you
thank
too.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
You said that the road to happiness was long and winding. You said that the forest would get dark, and that the ground could shift here upon this hill we're climbing. No matter how close we get, we're still so far. But I trust we'll find the clearing. I'm trusting the trail. No matter what we're feeling, there's one way we can't fail. Let's just keep hiking. Let's plant our feet. Let's just keep hiking. Keep hiking with me. Hold my hand, baby. Keep hiking with me. You said the road up to success was an impossible test unless we had some sort of map. And I could feel it in my chest just as our feet begged us to rest. I think this just might be the end of that. But I said I trust we'll find the clearing.